don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But I'm break.
Yeah, man, we back at it, man. It's me, Mr. Beans. I made it just in time, man. It's parlay with us, man. You know how we doing it. We got me, Beans. You got Sean Doe. You got Hustle Stacks, Stony Crook. We doing it again live every Sunday. You know how we do it. What's up, fellas? I see everybody's representing.
Oh, no doubt.
Patriots,
always,
you know.
always.
It's game day.
Winning, you know what I mean?
Yo, 80 hats, 80 outfits, man. You know how we do. For real.
Yeah, I like that hat. I like that hat too, Stony. That's
what we doing, man.
I like that. I like it too, man. I see how we all coming representing today, man. Patriots was able to do their things. I'm excited. We all excited for once, man. It was a hard-fought win, man. I'm gonna have to give them a round of applause for that. It was a hard-fought win. Seriously, man. They really it wasn't looking good. I seen the Texas back and forth. Doe was dog shitting it. You know, it wasn't looking good. Your man Spillane, he needs to kind of watch a little bit more tape. I'm not saying
watch tape for what? You can watch tape. You can't fucking tackle. You can't tackle. Period.
Well, they say that from the consensus is he's a great let's say player in the locker room and in practice and the whole nine. That's why I think
that's cool. That's cool. You could be that, but keep your ass on the bench then. I mean, you can't tackle. You can't fucking tackle.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get better. He's gonna have to get better. I mean, he made plays
in the wrong position.
He made plays
in the right position.
He made plays in the first game, though. That's the thing. He made some plays.
What plays he made in the first game, Stoney?
He made some key tackles, man. He made some stops, man. I watched him, man.
No, man. No, I wish we was ESPN. I'll rewind the ticker. He ain't made no plays. That dude is horrible, dog. He's horrible. Listen,
I gotta give him Stacks. He missed some tackles. He did miss some tackles, but he wasn't
as a middle linebacker. You can't miss 5 tackles, dog. 5.
But he was in on a lot of good plays, though. Come on,
man.
I'm not saying he was great out there. Don't get me wrong. He did make a lot of good mistakes. He did make a lot of mistakes, pivotal mistakes. I'm not saying he didn't.
A cat got my man wrapped up on the ground. You come and touch him, you get a half a tackle. I ain't buying. Come on, man. We ain't gonna do that. That defense is terrible. That back end of that defense is horrible.
No, the back end of the defense is questionable. Definitely, if it wasn't for that kid Hawkins or whatever his name is, I think they'll even be worse. I watched the game myself. I wasn't too impressed about how the offense was moving a little bit. I was impressed by Ramondre Stevens. He showed his face today. He let people know I can still run the ball. I am still the number one running back on this squad. So he kind of proved that a little bit, even though the kid what's his name? Gibson?
Yeah, Gibson did. He made some. Everybody made some big plays. Yeah, Gibson. Yeah,
and your rookie.
Everybody made big plays.
And your rookie. I thought the offense played well today. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They played well.
Besides the case,
I love what I saw today.
Hold on real quick. Stacks, hold on real quick. Besides the case, you saying the offense played well today?
Yes, they did.
Running. Hold on. Running the ball. Yes, they ran the ball effectively. What did you really see out that receiving core? Okay,
the booty touchdown.
The booty touchdown, but
that booty touchdown. Drake May had excellent touch on his passes.
Excellent touches.
That's by design.
He made great decisions. He made great decisions, man.
That was by design. That's by design. You want him throwing the ball 20 times. You don't want him throwing it 40 times. I agree, though. When they run the ball like they ran the ball, you see how he was calm in the pocket this week. He doesn't have to rely on him dropping back 46 times. The rushers coming in when they're running the ball, the defense is off balance. They don't know if it's going to be a run or pass. It gives them more breathing room. Like to me, that was the biggest thing that I was happy about.
He ran with authority. He ran with authority. I love the way he ran. He ran to get first down.
They don't have the receiving core. You're gonna get a guy with 8 catches for 120. That's not how our offense is gonna be. Even if we had great receivers, Vrabel don't really run that. They're not. He don't want to run that type of offense. This is what you want to see. You want to see half and half. You want to see, if possible, mix it up 50 with the run, 50 with the pass. And I'm telling you, man, if they do that,
come on, man. Your boy Kayshawn Booty had 1 catch, man.
Yeah, but that's not. But you understand? They ball 22 times.
They building something right now. They're
not doing that. Putting 40 passes to one guy. They're not doing that.
And you don't have a receiver that's giving 10 targets. You don't have a receiver.
That's what I said. That's what I said. They're not.
There's no receiver on this team that's good enough to get 10 to 12.
Nah, but that's by design. And I'm
so what do you mean by no, I understand what Doe is saying is by design. This whole
we don't have that workhorse receiver.
The whole balanced attack type of thing. It's a balanced attack type of thing. So I understand what Doe's saying on that aspect.
I just played well.
I just think they fought well to win that game in Miami. To tell you the truth, they did. They put in a lot of. They put in that extra, huh?
19 to 22, 2 touchdowns, no interception, a rushing TD. That dude played. That was his best game as a pro by far. You ask me.
Yeah, them touches.
It was a great. Look, I love his decision making. My favorite play that Drake May did today, my favorite play he made today is when he ran for I think it was 13, 15 yards.
Oh, yeah, that was nice.
He looked around, he didn't see any open guys, and he saw that open space.
That was good.
And he ran. And that's what I like to see from him. Use your legs when you need to use your legs. Don't use your legs because you're scared and you're panicking and you're losing your patience. Use your legs when you know it's that time to use it. And he did it really well today. He did it very well today. And that particular play, that was a key play. He got a first down, and I think that led to a field goal, I believe. Oh no, not a field goal, but it led to a touchdown. That drive led to a touchdown. And he had a great game today. He used his head. He played smart. He didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
So that's
no,
huge.
He didn't turn the ball over.
And it's gonna build. It's gonna build his confidence because that's what he needs. He needs to build his confidence, man. And I love the way he managed the game today. He managed the game very well today.
Yeah, they jumped out on him. They jumped out on him early, and I thought I jumped out on him early. And the only reason Miami came back is that damn defense let them back in the game. That was the only.
Yeah, it did. They was worn out. I think Miami, when you're in Miami in this time of the year, that's what happens to the defense, man. You could tell they were gassed. And it showed.
I'm not letting them off the hook. That was the first.
No, I'm not gonna let them off the hook. But that's
you talk about we gassed in the middle of the third or end of the fourth. Yeah, I get it. You've been up playing all game, but they came back. They came back early. They didn't take the lead till the second half, though. Miami. Yeah, but they was neck and neck with us. They shouldn't even been fucking close with the way that offense was playing.
Thanks to the kicker. I mean, if the kicker makes the extra point, they would have been up 3 going into halftime. You know, that would have been
I think they should have been up more. The way that offense was playing, they should have been up by more going into halftime.
Yeah, they should. But this is something to build on. I listen, winning in Miami on the road.
Yeah, I'm taking
a second-year quarterback that we don't know what he has, doubts everything we had on this team. For them to go and to me, this win was bigger than the win last year in Arizona. And I'm gonna tell you, I really feel that way. I know it was on the road in Arizona, but to go up against to beat a team that you have problems winning on the road, even with the great teams in the past. This is a big win, and it's going to do a lot for the confidence. That's what we.
Of course,
if you look around the league right now, all these games today, they were high-scoring games. So-called good defense in Denver got smoked. Their defense was getting torched all day.
They got torched.
I'm not making excuses as far as that concerned, but this is the different. Right now, this is like I was watching these games today. First and foremost, shout out to the NFL today, man. I thought this slate was gonna be corny. Somebody told me on Friday something. I said this slate sucks. Man, I didn't move out of that seat for fucking I don't know how many hours I was in that fucking from 1 to something to get some chips or something. Because I'm over here looking at it like Dallas, New York, boom. That game was crazy. Denver and Indianapolis, that game was crazy. Even Carolina almost came back and beat Arizona.
Arizona, yep. They almost came back.
Well, I'll give y'all real quick. So I'll give y'all real quick.
The only game that was low scoring was the Kansas City game.
Yeah, but we could get it, since we already got it in on, as far as like our breakdown on what we felt about the Patriots. The only one, I will go into a couple more things before we move on and get into some, today's games and stuff like that. Get into some recaps of week 2. Once again, people, it is Parlay with us. Please like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. Share this video, share this podcast with people, man. This is how we do it in Beantown. This is a Beantown based podcast. Yo, real quick, the Patriots got a lot to clean up with penalties. Too many false starts, too many false starts, too many false starts, too many false starts.
Great point, Beans. Jesus Christ. I mean,
what's going on, man? Too many false starts. Like I'm watching the game and they're going clean and they moving pretty well, and then next thing you know, boom, false starts, and then it's a person like a veteran offensive lineman, Moses or whatever his name is. He's doing three of them, 4 of false starts on him. The kid Campbell, and others. It's that's costing mad yards.
Bradbury was a back.
I know they're gonna clean this stuff up, but a lot of mental mistakes. Some at the end of the game, that's some coaching situation at the end of the game, right? You can't have the ball with under the clock, under the 2 minute, and you give the ball back in that fashion that quick. The way they gave it up. That was dangerous, and in fact, that was dangerous.
Especially with a running back that was playing as well as Ramondre, right?
There you go. Especially with a running back that could have probably chewed up some clock. Even if you would have ran it 3 downs and he got stuffed and didn't even get the 10. He only got 4 or 5 yards out of them 3 downs. Still, he would have ran that clock down to bring you underneath a minute and change. Underneath a minute. You would have been underneath that 60 seconds, 50-something seconds. They would have had the ball back with the kickoff back or something like that. Then you could have played defense with that type of time and make Miami force themselves into something. But that second down, throwing that ball on second down, bad mistake. Coach.
Yeah, that was a bad. That was a
you know what I mean?
They should have ran it.
Just the coach, just kind of like I don't know, but they squeaked past it. You're right, Cook. A win's a win. You guys know that a win's a win in the NFL. When you can squeeze that win, you can squeeze that win, you squeeze that win, and it's a divisional, it's a conference win, and it's a division, right? It's a divisional win. So it's a divisional win. So it really means a lot to take that divisional win right now in the beginning of this season. So they just got to build off what they got. They just got to
yes, definitely. I mean, for him to go for May to go on the road and do what he did today, it says a lot. It's huge. It's major. Quarterbacks, they need these type of games because it does a lot psychologically, mentally. It does a lot to these guys. It builds their confidence, and that's what he needs. I felt like that's what he was missing, the confidence. Now, next game, he's going to be a little loose. He's at home. He got a win under his belt. He's going to be a lot loose. He's going to be a lot fresh. What I'm hoping, and I think we got something good brewing with this guy, and I think he's getting it. He's putting it together. No one to use his legs. No one to throw the ball, no one to throw it out. Every play to be productive. You don't want to take a sack or, just cost your drive yards. You want to get those plus yards no matter what you do. And if you don't see nothing, run or throw it out of bounds. So you just want to manage the game and continue to grow. And I think he's going to be fine, man. Today,
Balance
Good
that running game.
observation. Good observation, Stoney. I'm gonna give both of you guys y'all chance. Doe, what do you think about the Patriots win today? What you think that they need to work on going forward? And Stacks, that's the same question that I have for you. I'm gonna chime out for 2 seconds, guys. Answer that question, Doe and Stacks. I'll be right back.
Now, for me, real quick, is basically for me it was the penalties in the holdings. Henderson had 3 or 4 holdings. I think he had 2 on special teams. I think he had 1 in the backfield. Bradbury, that snap, that could have cost us the game. That bad snap. You're a veteran, man. You're snapping a ball like like you're first year.
Look like it slipped right out his hands, though. If you didn't know
I think that's what happened with the sweat.
Either way, that's not shouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, and he hasn't been he ain't the best graded center in the NFL, man. He hasn't been, but he knows the system. He knows the situation fine, cool. Just like Spillane, he knows the variable system, the variable way fine. But clean up that, and I just want them to try if they balance that, they got 3 running backs. If they balance that running attack, you're gonna see more games like that with Drake, man. When and I'm noticing if he gotta throw the ball 30, 40 times, it's just not at this stage in his career. It's just not gonna be conducive to winning. That's where I stand on that. That's my observation.
Yeah, I don't think he got the receivers to throw the ball 40 times a game. Yeah, I just don't think he should be dropping back 22, 25. I give him 25.
25. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, fellas, that back end of that defense is putrid. I don't care what y'all say. We had the motherfuckers one time, Stoney. It was 3rd and 25. And they let my man throw that bomb to Tyreek Hill. You almost jumped out the window. That's unexcusable. That's unexcusable. How did that happen? Like that back, and I get it. Gonzalez ain't there. I get it. He's gonna help a whole lot when he come back. But you can't go against these alpha teams with these dominant quarterbacks who like to quote unquote sling that thing around. Pause. But you got to clean up that back end. You have to do something. And I'm telling you, listen, you got to clean up that back end. You just have to. I mean, the offense can put something together to muck it up and make it look ugly and win games. I don't care about it. When you got 3 running backs that are decent, you can win games ugly all the time. And a quarterback that's halfway decent, you can win games ugly. But if you can't stop nobody, like let's call a spade a spade. The Dolphins are fucking horrible. They are horrible. They said the stat was they haven't stopped nobody on no offensive possession this year. The Colts went up and down the field. Beginning of the game, we went up and down the field. But the Dolphins are horrible. There's no reason why. I just don't like. They got to do the scheme. Might need to be better. Again, when Gonzalez come back, Stoney, I think it will get better.
Yeah, I think so too.
That back end, Lord have mercy.
And I agree with you. They shouldn't have gave up a 3rd and 25. Like
that's wow,
unacceptable. Definitely, they just
can't get those big plays. To a guy that you know what he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You know what he's doing.
Well, they hope. Well, hopefully they clean it up. These are they're gonna run film and they're gonna have to clean it up. They're gonna definitely have to come up with a better scheme when they get themselves in a situation like that, because especially down the stretch, that was a key down. Sure they get off the field in that down. I mean, this game should have been over a lot sooner than it was. It should have been a lot. It should have been done a long time ago. The game a long time ago, but the little mishaps on defense and they miss. I don't know their assignments. Whatever the case may be, but definitely, I agree. They got to clean up some things, but this is something to build on. Definitely something to build on, but they're going to have to turn this page and get ready to, get better. They got to get better. They got to get better because we're trying to build something here, so they got to get better.
All right. With that being said, man, that's enough said on the Patriots. Let's see. They're on to where next week, guys? Can y'all tell me that schedule?
At home. Pittsburgh at home.
Okay, well, Pittsburgh at home next week. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about that in a minute because I just seen the score. I thought I didn't know what happened with that game. But let's go. let's move on to segments. We're moving on right now from the Patriots. The Patriots beat the Finns today. That's a good thing. They went down to Miami and took care of business. That's something they haven't did since 2019. And the last time that happened, both McCourty twins, I think, was playing on the team. So that goes to show you it's been a while, right?
Yeah.
So
yes,
with
right.
that being said, we're going to move on to the second segment. It's week 2 of NFL. We're going to give y'all a recap of what's going on week 2. You guys going to have the opportunity to pick some games on the slate that you guys kind of liked and was able to watch. I know Doe said he was planted in his seat today to get a good, good views of a lot of these teams today. I paid more attention to the Patriots and watched that game today, and I was able to catch a little bit of that Eagles Chiefs. So yeah, we'll start with you, Stacks. We're gonna move on with you, Stacks. What today's games, man? There was a bunch of good games on that slate today. What game stuck out to you that you was intrigued and you watched today that you liked?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, I was watching that Colts, like those said, Colts and Broncos. Daniel Jones, man. He might be that next Baker Mayfield. I mean, he might have found might be that next Baker Mayfield. Might have found a home. He saved Buddy job. After these 2 games, I think my man AR-15, they may move him. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if Daniel Jones keep playing well. They may move him halfway through the season, Stoney.
I agree.
I agree.
So
I agree.
I was shocked the way they went up and down the field on that Denver defense. That Denver defense was doing a lot of dumb shit too.
Overrated.
So let me ask you guys a question since y'all watched this game. The score was 28-29. So how well did Indianapolis do if the score was 28-29? Explain that to me. I see Daniel Jones. I see Daniel Jones had 23 for 34, 316, 1 TD. But
for him, that's good number. For him. For him, that's great. That's great. Compared to the old Daniel Jones, though, that's great numbers. That's great numbers for him.
Now I see your boy Jonathan Taylor rushed for 165 on 25 carries. No TDs, but his feet was moving pretty well today. So was it more of a defensive thing that you're saying, T? Was the Stacks that Denver was like, got ran out the building? What I mean.
Now they didn't ran out the building. They just didn't close the game.
Your boy Bo Nix. Who was a Bo Nix fan on this team? Was that Stacks? I think Bo Nix ended up with 22 of 30, 206, 3 TDs and an INT. But Bo Nix had a decent game.
He actually. The thing is though, when they needed to play, he didn't make it. Didn't make it. So that the numbers, some of these numbers, man, are just
I'm just calling out numbers.
No, I'm not saying that you didn't watch the game. I'm just telling you. That's why we talking about it. And I'm not here to shit on Bo Nix. He's better than I thought he was going. I'm going to give him his props. He ain't a bad quarterback.
I think I was even against Bo Nix at one point.
I was shit on Bo. He had a good year last year, brought him to the playoffs. But like anything else, man, you got to continue to build. And the thing about him is he has a ceiling. You know what I mean? He's 26 years. He is what he is. He's not going to get any better or worse, most likely. But the thing I'm surprised about is that the offense for Indianapolis. You guys play fantasy. Watch that offense. Warren. You got the kid Pittman who's been there. You got the kid Downs. You got the pass. You got what's his name? The running back and Daniel Jones. You manage the game. And they get stops when they need it. That game was crazy because they actually lost the game, Indianapolis. But there was a penalty on the rush at the last play of the game. The center from Denver, try to do that dive. When they try to do that leverage play, they called that. And he ended up winning it. But they call him Indiana Jones. Hey, listen, man, I like stories like that. I root for shit. I'm a fan. we're all fans of the game.
Right.
And like, I like seeing Mayfield do good. I like seeing the kid Geno Smith do good. If Daniel Jones be good in the Indianapolis, be good. I like when Indianapolis is a football town. I like when they're good.
Exactly. Exactly. You're right.
It was
You're
a
totally
great
right
game,
about
man.
that.
Seriously, man. These games today were great, man. All these
What's
games.
another game that jumps off the gate for you guys, though? That you thought was I see an interesting one here too. Let me just put it out there. You guys might be able to talk about that. I'm gonna call some of these games out. Seahawks took care of the situation against the Steelers. What happened there?
They outplayed them. It's that simple.
Aaron Rodgers came down to earth.
Yeah, he came down to earth. Seahawks outplayed them.
Yeah,
they got stops, they got turnovers, they capitalized when they got in the red zone.
Boy, Sam Darnold.
That dude's a serious dude. He's a serious individual.
Yes, he is.
Him, Walker, they actually played their defense. Actually, I think today, if you ask me, was the best defense in the NFL. Probably them in Philly, but Kansas City ain't Kansas City no more, so I'm not even gonna, I'm not saying they're not gonna make the playoffs.
I think you might be on to something with that.
You relying on Tyquan Thornton and Juju Smith-Schuster. There you go.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So if you relying on them guys and they've got no running game.
Yeah.
I like what Seattle's defense did today. To be fair, actually,
Okay.
But yeah, like T said, Aaron Rodgers looked a little old today.
He had two INTs.
Yeah, he looked a
QBR of 30.
Yeah, he looked a little.
He didn't look too good today. 18 of 33. It looked like he probably came out the gate looking hot in today's game.
Yeah,
but
he got hurt today.
Okay. Oh, he did.
He did. He's questionable for next week.
Oh, Rodgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So is Burrow. Burrow too.
Burrow is not playing. Burrow ligament damage. He ain't playing.
Yeah.
They got a good backup though. Brown is good.
Yeah. Browning's good.
Yeah.
They had no business winning that game today, but
he wasn't good at first, but he showed resilience because he threw 3 picks. But he showed resilience.
Move on to that. So yeah, real quick, Seattle took care of business on the Steelers, 31-17. I was kind of surprised to see that number. I thought remember y'all said y'all thought Aaron Rodgers had something left in the tank. It didn't seem like that, right?
I never said that shit.
Somebody said that last week, something about Aaron Rodgers.
I said he had opportunities. He's with a good team, historically. So, all these other quarterbacks, they find a place later on. Like Russell. Look at Russell Wilson, what he did say. He lost, but he got busy.
Yeah,
he got
a
better situation.
Who talked about
I feel like Aaron Rodgers was in a better situation, but
he got Aaron. Russell got super busy. He
got super busy, but
I'm gonna call his numbers out in 2 minutes.
Play in the end though.
Yeah, and he turned into Russell, the new Russell.
Real quick, can I talk about we talking about that Bengals game and homeboy getting hurt. Shout out to Jamal Chase, man. He did his thing for me on the fantasy side of things. But Trevor Lawrence. What do you think, Stacks? What do you really think now?
I need to see more. He ain't gonna fool me. I need to see more. I need to see him put together about.
They had him slinging a little bit too much. 42 42 throw. You know what I mean? A little too much. 3 TDs, but 42 times though. That's not a balanced attack.
Even if you got weapons, you don't want to throw the ball 40-some times.
40-some times.
Look what happened with look at Russell Wilson. 500 yards almost passing.
453.
He threw the ball one too many times, man. That's too many times for the defense. These are professional athletes. Even with a dog shit secondary, you throw the ball 50 times, someone's gonna pick it off once. These dudes are still professional NFL players.
True. And you got to throw it when your running backs ain't doing shit though.
No, exactly. No, I'm not. I agree. That's why they lost. That's why he lost.
Yeah, the running backs.
That's why they lost. They shouldn't have lost that game.
That's why Russell started throwing it around like that. I mean, the running backs couldn't get nothing going.
They couldn't get nothing
Cowboys sneak a win to go 1-1.
That game was crazy.
The Giants are 0-2, 40-37. The Cowboys end up winning that game.
Giants had no business losing that game. No business. That defense failed them, man. That defense could not get one stop. And they invested a lot in that D-line. That D-line was supposed to get it.
Sure did.
They were supposed to get it, you know, and they just came up short, man. They had opportunities. Even in overtime, they had opportunities. They made stops in overtime.
Nice games, man. Damn,
Russell Wilson had no business throwing that ball like that. And I don't know why he thought he could make that play. He had no business doing that. He knew that all they needed was a field goal. They stopped the Cowboys. So what you do is you slow it down. Get methodical on that drive. You don't cost your team that game. He cost them, man. All that stats that he had today, it just, I mean, in the stat column's gonna look good, but it was all for nothing though, you know.
Right, he should have got the win out.
Yeah, and they don't have no secondary. Talk about our secondary. Giants secondary dog shit too. They didn't have a defensive line. They probably would have gave up 80 points.
Next game, the Lions, they're back, it looks like, or they had a homecoming, as you might call it. 52-21 against the Bears, divisional foes. Golf had a good game. Look at this balance, right, T? Do you like this balance? Yeah, 23 for 28, 334, 5 TDs. Your boy Gibbs, 12 for 94, 1 TD. On the other end, Ron Adunze?
Adunze, that's your man. You can't say his name. That was your man when he was coming out the draft.
You fucking all-timers. You just talked about 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was your guy. That was your guy coming out the draft.
Man, he went to Chicago and kind of like, fell off the map a little bit. But
he did his thing today, though. He
did his thing today. He did his thing today, and that's why I'm calling it out. He's putting his name back up on the map. You know what I mean? He should be there. He was a top pick.
Could I chime in?
Go ahead. Jump in.
Chicago puts all this money on offensive line, all these draft picks, and they new coach. I know it's only 2 weeks in. They look worse than last year.
Yeah,
they look worse than last year, fam.
Nah, I disagree though. I disagree. I watched a lot. Some of it. They
lost about 40-something points today. You know that.
Yeah,
right?
But what's going on with the situation? What's the situation?
They caught Detroit coming off a bad L, and
there's no excuse to lose by that many points. You let that type of loss. I'm sorry. I'm not giving them a pass. Like you say, I'm not giving them a pass.
I'm just saying they ain't bad. Last year they were bad. I'm just saying
they will get bad this year.
Can't be losing
bad too. They're 0-2 last year. They're 0-2 this year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's watch it.
What I'm saying is they was gonna be up for that game. The old coach coming in the crib. They're gonna show them something. All right, they're coming off a bad L against Green Bay, and so I knew they was gonna beat the shit out of the Bears. I just knew it. I would have went to the window on that one. There's no way you're gonna come in.
Let's watch the Bears. They still terrible to me.
I'm just saying they ain't as bad as last year. That's all I'm saying.
They're not. I agree. They're not as bad as last year. I think just the coach alone is an upgrade. And
that's what I mean, right there, Stoney. Because they was fighting inside the locker room.
They own too, but they're gonna do something this year. Like that's another team. They'll figure it out, man. They just got to get it together. But they'll be all right.
Y'all think the quarterback is, the kid Caleb Williams, is he progressing?
Yeah, I think so. He's he's not turning the ball over as much. I mean, he looked like he's getting it a little bit, I just feel like he just needs to study the game more, study the plays more, and really utilize his athleticism. He has to really utilize that more, and not give up on so many plays. And he has an offensive-minded head coach, so they got to get something right. They got to get something together and they got to develop a plan that's going to move this team forward because they got too much talent on this team with the wide receiver and the Doomsday. They got Swift. I mean, I know Swift ain't where he used to be, but they got that rookie Manon guy.
They got a good tight. They got pieces.
They got DJ Moore. They got a good tight end. Yeah, they got pieces. They got pieces. And never mind, you got the number one draft pick, and Caleb Williams. So they got to do something, man. Something has to give.
So real quick, I'm gonna run down a little 2-minute drill on the remaining teams of today's slate real quick because we're gonna move on to some other set. We're gonna move on to the Stony'S Sportsbook segment before we end our show. We do got we got a game tonight, so we want to be present.
Yeah, I gotta play. I gotta play on tonight's game,
and it's a big game tonight. And so with that being said, man, let's get this little 2-minute drill going on. Next game that I'm gonna call out real quick. Your boy Matt Jones.
Your
boy Matt Jones.
Shout to Mac, man. Shout to Mac.
Matt Jones played a decent game. He still kind of threw it a little bit too much, but what else you gonna do if their situation is kind of shaky? He threw it for 39 times, 26 completed. 279, 3 TDs. Matt Jones.
No turnovers. No turnovers. You got to throw that in there.
All right. We talked about this last week. He's in a good situation. Why? Because the coaching. That goes to show you maybe, yes, Matt Jones couldn't thrive in our situation here. But if this dude, knowing if Purdy's gone for the season or even half of it, and Matt Jones do what he did today.
Remember, they wanted
Matt
Jones, but they did play the Saints. I mean, you gotta.
Yeah, but still, I mean, come on. You just said professionals. You said these guys are professionals, right?
But my argument was shot down. So I'm gonna go on your side. He played the Saints. Right? I mean, we gotta. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, we're gonna see. But
we'll see.
He did.
Man. I'm just going by what I see now.
You're saying that could have been the Saints' opportunity
to capitalize on the play what I'm seeing now.
If
everything's gonna be okay, then I gotta tell you that we gotta wait to see if everything. We can't say Mac Jones is turning the fucking Tom Brady.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No, he may turn into a Sam Darnold.
Matt Jones was supposed to be in the dumpster, right? Like they had him done.
No. Matt Jones was in the
dumpster. Like that's what I'm saying. So
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Mac Jones.
No, he is in a better situation. He is got better coaching because Jacksonville coaches last year. We could agree. So yeah. But
come on, they got concentrated in Jacksonville. In Jacksonville, you think they was even concentrating on him when they guys Trevor? No, they weren't concentrating on him. He was they would have been.
Well, they should have. He started a few games for them.
I know, but I'm just saying that I don't think the franchise is putting. They didn't. Jacksonville didn't put. They're not going to put no. If 49ers have to put the time into him because of the situation with Purdy. They're gonna put the time in.
They're gonna put the time in because Shanahan's a coach. He's a quarterback whisperer type, so he's gonna
right. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. He might be in a situation where it might be
viable. He's gonna have better coaching there than he did in Jacksonville because
the Bills bust the Jets' ass. The Jets still scored 10 points to make it look good, but before that they were losing by zip, whatever it was when I fucking paid attention. Yeah, Allen's busting people's ass. Like they got blew out. Allen and his teams just busting people's ass paws. But you know what I mean? They just doing that Bills team. But I hope, like Stack says, I hope this could last. Because this is 16 grueling games, 17 grueling games, right?
All right. They're doing that shit for 8 years.
Their problem is the playoffs. It ain't regular.
Yeah, they the regular season. Playoffs.
They got to get past
the playoffs.
They got to get
the
past
Ravens took care of business today.
Playoffs. We could all agree on that.
The Ravens took care of business today from that loss last week. They took care of the lowly Browns 41-17. Jackson looked pretty good. Balanced attack 19-29, 225, 4 TDs. Zay Flowers look
What's
good.
up with Henry? After he fumbled that ball, he fumbled again today. He never fumbles the ball. Fumbled again.
It might be in his
From
head. It'd be
today?
like that with these players.
I don't think Jack.
He'll be all right though.
He'll be all right. Obviously, he's a Hall of
all
Famer.
right.
I ain't worried about
He's
him.
gonna be doing that shit.
And one last thing I want to mention, because our 2-minute drill is up real quick. We're on like a 5-minute drill real quick. But the last team I'll mention real quick on today's slate, I don't pay attention really to it, but the Cardinals took care of business against the Panthers. But real quick about that team, Bryce Young, y'all talked about this kid, and y'all said this kid's going to get better. His numbers in a loss, his numbers. Oh, gosh, I didn't even look at that. Stacks, listen to this. 35 for 55, 328, and 3 TDs. What was that? 55?
I watched the end of that game. He had to because they were down by 2-3 scores.
Yeah.
So he had to throw the ball to get. It wasn't. That was. They had to throw the ball to get back.
So those numbers was basically on a comeback, basically.
Yeah, he was. Yes. He had to gun it. He had to gun it because they made a run in the fourth, and they did an onside kick, which never happens. They were in position to win it, but Arizona's defense came up big at the end.
Nice. So, all right, guys, man, that is it. Today's slate. That looks pretty good, man. There was some good games you guys did mention, and Doe mentioned there were games that were supposed to have been low-scoring games end up being blowout-type high-scoring games.
The Chiefs lost too. You got to add that. They own.
I got to add that.
Project Pat. He ain't Magic Pat no more.
We're going to talk about that. Let me just end that. The Eagles took care of business 20-17. It wasn't really 20-17. It was the Eagles really busting their ass. Pause. Magic Pat, it's still good. Pat just have a couple problems on that team. Protection, no wide receiver.
No running back either. None.
And Pacheco looks a little
nothing. None.
He ain't doing nothing. So Cincinnati got a lot to work on. Not Cincinnati. Kansas City got a lot to work on as far as their offense. They defense play a hell of a game, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. They try to match.
They did.
A mono for mono with Philly. They sure enough fucking did. Chris Jones and the rest of them dudes, they tried it. But it was just that there was nothing for Pat to throw to.
How can you win a game when your lead back get 10 carries though? You know, 10 totes.
Well, they told him they only gave him 10 totes. I understand that, but I think
he couldn't run the ball, bro.
He couldn't run the ball. He couldn't run the ball.
He wasn't going nowhere. He could not.
He wasn't going nowhere.
He's your lead back. Even if you got to give him 15.
They couldn't run.
Who's their third down? Who's their third down back? Who's their third down back?
Kareem Hunt only got 8. So it's like, how could you? It's like that's why we lost the game last week. We didn't fucking run the ball. You got three running backs, and you can't just get away from it and sling the motherfucker 88 times, and then that's what it is.
You're totally right.
God damn. If I'm a running back, I'm feeling like AJ Brown. What the fuck is this? I ain't out here for fucking cardio.
Yeah, but Kelsey didn't help him either by dropping that ball.
Dropping that ball.
I agree, but they just couldn't run the ball. Like, you can't run the ball. You ain't gonna run the ball. You gotta go with what you could do.
Totally right. Kelsey dropping that ball is a big thing. So real quick before we go into this, guys, because I know the game's gonna start in the next 4 or 5 minutes. We got the Commanders. No, who's playing tonight? Sorry, that was Thursday night. Oh,
Atlanta and Vikings.
Atlanta, and there you go. It's the top one. Hold on, I'm looking up here. Right, go.
Yep.
It's Falcons versus the Vikings today. We're gonna see with my boy Michael Penix. I'm watching that game. I want to see with my boy. I haven't seen Penix on a full game with Atlanta yet. So tonight will be the night that I'll watch that and see what see the product that Atlanta is bringing with a decent quarterback. I think he's a decent quarterback. We're gonna watch that. Obviously, the Vikings got a good squad with the receiver there. Who else they got over there?
They
what's
got
their quarterback
London.
name?
They got
London. Who's that? Bijan. Who's that quarterback?
The Vikings got JJ McCarthy.
McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy.
He's an electric type of kid. I just want to see if he can Remember Stacks? I mentioned that I said I thought JJ McCarthy was just a little too small for the NFL as far as being the quarterback. I just thought he was a little too small. I want to see how he, how he could last. He's the guy, right?
He's the man. He's the man.
He's the guy, right? So I want to see, man. He do look electric. He do make some plays. I'm not gonna lie. The kid can make some plays.
He's got shit to work with over there, though. It's not like
that's what I'm saying. Right. So that's gonna be a good game tonight. So with that being said, before we move on, man, we got to do it. Yeah, man. It's Stony'S Sportsbook. We're about to give y'all some of them best bets and them picks. And I'm sure Doe got some parlays, obviously, because this is parlay with us. So with that being said, I'm gonna give it up to Stony.
Yeah, I got two plays, man. I got one for tonight and I got one for Monday. Tonight we're gonna take Atlanta plus 3.5. I think Penix is gonna come through. JJ McCarthy, he showed spark, but he took too long to really show that spark. And I think with this Atlanta team, you're not gonna have that type of time. So I'm taking Atlanta tonight plus 3.5, and on Monday I'm gonna take the Raiders plus 3.5.
Failed to mention that. Sorry about that. The Raiders are playing on Monday. Go ahead. There's two games on Monday.
I mean, I gave that play out on Thursday, but I'm gonna give it out again. I like the Raiders on Monday night against the Chargers.
Okay.
I think they got something good. They got momentum. They got that stud running back. Their quarterback play is good. Their defense is good. I think they're gonna be electric. So I like the Raiders on Monday night. And
nice.
Yeah, those are my two plays right there. Raiders plus 3.5, and tonight Atlanta Falcons plus 3.5 against the Vikings.
Oh, thank you so much, Stoney, for that. Enough respect for that. Now we got Sean Doe, man. Sean Doe, what do you got on the parlays?
Hey, last week I just want to say I got 6 out of 7, but if you did the parlay, we gotta make sure we gotta keep tabs on.
I
don't know if I said it. If I might be wrong, I don't know if I said it on. I was gonna tell people about the ghost parlay, so you literally get one L. Last week I had 6 out of 7. And if you did the ghost parlay, you would have won it because you get one wrong. You could get one wrong. So this week I'm gonna do another 7. It ain't impossible, trust me. And if you do the ghost parlay, all you have to do is hit on 6. So I got JJ McCarthy for 200 passing yards, Jefferson for 60 plus, London for 50 plus receiving yards. I'm gonna take the over. I got the Vikings over 18. I got Aaron Jones 64 rushing and receiving combined, and I got Bijan 97 receiving and combined. If you use the promo for the ghost parlay, you could get one wrong and you'd hit.
And what site is that you're using that you're talking about?
And I won the 2 times I used the ghost parlay myself. I won both times. I actually won earlier today.
Thank you.
So it's a good tool. It's called the ghost parlay. So yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Doe, man. Enough respect for giving us those parlays. I hit another applause for Cook for giving us his best bets of the week. We're gonna do that again next week on Thursday. We will be back, Stacks. We will be back on Thursdays. I know Doe has prior engagements on Thursday, so that's enough respect with him. That's all.
I'll make it Thursday. Y'all just give me more than a 10-minute notice. I'll be there.
Oh man, you know what it is. You know what it is.
Ready. You gotta be ready, man. Always.
Yeah, here we go. You gotta be
ready no matter what.
I like that hoodie though. You got Stacks. I like that hoodie.
Stop it, man. We gotta be ready.
Stop it. What do they give other people in advance? Then they ready to go. If we go. The worst that can happen is you're gonna take off your shirt if you don't make it.
Goddamn advance.
Just be ready, man. That's it. Just be ready.
I got you, those Stacks. You'll get that
man.
text.
Be ready, man.
You'll get that text before 3 p.m. on a Thursday afternoon. You'll see it come
That's
through.
it, man. That's it, man.
That's all. You'll get that text, and it'll be a thumbs up. Once you see that thumb go up, then you know we on for that set time. And though, man, I know we'll see you next week Sunday. Please keep tabs on your parlays, man. You said you hit 6.
I got them locked in. I got them locked in.
So we want to hold on to that. Hey, Crook, we're doing good with your best bets. I know the first week we didn't do too good, so let's keep tabs on that.
We hit with the under 46.5, Philadelphia and Kansas City. And that was a strong play right there.
Pick, man. I wouldn't have picked. That's a good one.
We hit well on that one. And we're gonna hit tonight too, man, because the Falcons
nice. So with that being said, you guys go enjoy this game tonight, man. Shout out to Penix, man. I hope Penix looks good so he can light up the stage, man.
Beans, I was gonna tell you, if you need any help with your Alzheimer's, let me know. I'm in school. I gotta get some.
Hey, listen, the old man got a million things. The old man got a million things on the dome piece that he's working on. I know you are. Yo, real quick, Stacks. You said you wanted to mention something. Go ahead, and I think I know what you're talking about. It was boxing. Go ahead and say it.
Shout out to Terrence Crawford. He beat. A lot of Stony'S people was in the building. They was upset, but they you know what I mean. So shout out to Terrence Crawford for this. A lot of people had Canelo, and I know rightfully so. Canelo's a great fighter, but I just think Terrence Crawford took that shit.
That was a good fight. That's the first fight I watched full from start to finish. I stayed up for that in years, man. And I always followed him, so I made sure I watched it. But I'm gonna be honest. I gotta be honest.
I'm not a boxing.
I ain't gonna front.
Sorry to cut you.
A lot of people did.
But I wasn't Stacks. I was gonna bet on him because I wanted him to win. But I was like, damn. I was like thinking with my money. I was like, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was enough for me to be like, damn, I should have bet on. I bet Canelo to win plus 150 punches or some shit like that. But obviously. Because you really can't parlay boxing matches like that. It's right, Crook. It's kind of hard to. They don't really give you many options.
Boxing's rough.
It is rough.
Before we sign off, I have this question for you, boxing guys, and I know Stacks watch boxing. He's a very, very, very well versed sports fanatic, into different sports. Stacks, real quick. They mentioned I heard Max Kellenham asking him at the end of this. At the during his when they announcement at the end of the fight there, he asked him about, I don't know too much about Crawford and the Canelo saga or even career. He asked him about is he retirement? Is this kid he done put in that much work that he's retiring?
Well, he's 38 years old. So
Canelo put in work, man. Hell yeah, he put in serious work.
Both of them put in work like that. They both put in time like that.
Canelo has.
Canelo put in serious work.
He can retire, Canelo, and I think he should retire because now this day and age, you don't want to be messing around with your health like that.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah. If you don't, he's already worth 200.
Because Max mentioned not to Canelo, he mentioned it to Crawford that in his era, he's like. And I didn't know this. He's like the Mayweather of this era. Is that the fact?
But is a great fighter, man. He's definitely gonna go down as one of the greats. 41-0. I mean, I don't think he gets to 50 like Floyd did because of his age. But I mean, he's come along. He's fought. He beat Earl Spence, who a lot of people had Earl Spence as a great one. Bud beat the shit out of him. Not only did he beat him pretty bad. Now he fought, and Canelo was pound for pound considered one of the, if not the best. I mean, he had all the belts, so he beat him, tore him apart. Now he's 38. If I was him, I'd do one more fight each year.
Yeah, one more, because he really didn't make as much money as he should have in his career.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a good observation, though, and that's what I was kind of bringing that to the light because I'm now hearing about him, right? In that way, I've heard it, Terrence Crawford before, but I'm now really like, you know, it's registered. So I'm like, damn, I didn't hear about him like when you heard how you heard about Floyd. So did he really get his money yet?
Yeah,
Or he need a couple more
had
fights to really be there, you know?
He ain't got that Floyd money. No, nobody got that. But he's been fighting. He's got money. He's got money. He ain't got the Floyd paper. He's been fighting for a while, champion.
That's what I'm saying. Did he get good bags?
He didn't get what he should have got. No, he should. He didn't.
Because Canelo had more to lose.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's why.
I'm just saying, if you asking me, because I actually followed his career, he's definitely not got what he should have got in his career. Okay. But it's just because like he's who he is, but he started. You remember he used to fight on USA Network. If you remember, he goes back like that. But he fought Spence, but there's never really been like a Jekyll to his Hyde. Like, you know, Floyd had all these people, Pacquiao, you know, De La Hoya at the end, you know, all these people he had.
Right.
Crawford really didn't have anybody like that. You know what I mean? Because he had to come up and wait to fight Canelo. So, but he's gonna be okay. He ain't gonna be working at. He ain't gonna be working.
No. I'm not saying that, but you know what I'm saying. You know how these boxers they make great differences. And if someone's talking about retirement, obviously they did well in their sports and they profession to say they can step off.
He lives a modest life too. He don't go crazy.
He ain't on that crazy
shit. Now he do got 7 kids. I mean, I'm modest. You can live with 7 of them things.
Yeah.
But you don't see him.
He said he took short money for a legacy. He said I took 10 million because of legacy. He goes, I probably could have held off for more, but he wanted a legacy fight. That's what he got it. So now he'll probably make more after boxing just by being probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest of his era. You know what I mean? So it's like getting to the Hall of Fame in football. Right. Like some of these guys still make money in the baseball, football Hall of Fame, and they still go on.
Hey, shout out to Crawford. I seen. It was nice to see. It's good to see when somebody draped over all those belts, and he worked hard.
Definitely a beast, man.
Yeah, worked hard to get it, man. That's a good thing. So with that being said, we are definitely signing off now. I just wanted to chime in on a little bit of boxing that Stacks had actually sent in the text early on today. So I just wanted to get that across, and shout out to Crawford for winning undisputed. What is it? Middleweight? He's a middleweight.
Shout out to Netflix too, man. The broadcast was dope. It was better than the last one. This one was like,
this one, the broadcasting was better.
Netflix,
it was better.
Netflix might have knocked pay-per-view out the water.
I know they might have, right?
Yeah. They learned their lesson from that other fight that was kind of sketchy. They learned their lesson.
They got my man from Cross the Water got involved. He got too much money for that to go. He actually put the fight together. So you know what I'm saying? Crawford been trying to fight Canelo for a while, and then that Sheik got involved, and
they booed his ass too. That was crazy. You see that? They were booing his ass.
He put the fight together. There's some more fights out there, but yeah, shout out to Crawford, man. That's a big win, man.
Yeah, that's big. Yeah.
Nice. So guys, man, enjoy tonight's game. Enjoy tomorrow night's game. There's a doubleheader tomorrow night. We'll be back on Thursday. Yo, we'll see each other. We out.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through.